Support NoDQ.com. Support one another. Simple as that. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Simplin Predictin Wrestling NoDQGalaxy Spotlight Special. I'm just Simple Man, and my name is Noah Foster. Before we get into tonight's festivities, please first welcome back my good friend, member of NoDQGalaxy. This is Rick Rock.
The number one.
My apologies. I do encourage, of course, this YouTube. But again, it's not about us, it's about wrestling. And we are just two simple, fine wrestling fans discussing wrestling with you. Alexa, please stop. Apologies, folks. I forgot to turn off my reminder. Before we begin, Rick, I believe there is some stuff that we've discussed prior to this, considering everything that's been happening with the world, all this, missed negativity. Is there something that is on your mind and you would like to share with the community or NoDQGalaxy?
Yeah, I did make a horrible comment. I think it was via Facebook Messenger to Chris Willis. I apologise to him, and he has forgiven me, but I want to apologise to everybody else that got upset and offended by it. And also to Colin, Andrew. I do spam in the comments on NoDQ, but I don't really mean it. It's just kind of a bit of fun, really, and don't mean anything by it. So there you go, really.
Excellent. In this world that is trying to put a stop to cyberbullying and where words can be taken out of context and where sometimes we are full of ourselves, it's important, ladies and gentlemen, that we realize everybody has feelings, and sometimes the way you deliver yourself to somebody, it can affect somebody. So it's important to always be cautious and considerate about one another, because we are not bad people, but sometimes we do let our mouth or our Twitter overload our ass, me included. So Rick, I thoroughly appreciate you doing that. And again, it's not like it's simply just going to be people can change overnight and people can forgive, but it's important for people to try. And that's what Rick is trying to do with all those that might have been affected. And you all know who you are, because again, I have talked with NoDQ, NoDQGalaxy, and I've talked with this gentleman myself. So again, please consider his words. Please consider his apology. Let's not hold the past against anybody, and let's just enjoy the world for what it is and try to bring a better, positive environment to one another. So Rick, I greatly appreciate that, and I greatly appreciate what you did here, and I appreciate you as a wrestling fan, your support with NoDQ. May it continue. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we, of course, always like to encourage a positive environment, and I hope that was a great reminder and a great opener for you. Because, again, it's not about us, it's about wrestling. Support NoDQ, but support one another. With that being said, we got a fun discussion for you ahead, and we are going to start tonight with NXT TakeOver in your house. To think, and that is iconic right there, to think 25 years In Your House now is celebrating. I've watched some classic In Your Houses myself on the WWE Network because of that announcement. And considering limited not to say that as a match, of course, where Big Show debuted and Stone Cold beat the crap out of Vince McMahon across that steel cage. But yet he won because Big Show threw him to the cage, it fell apart, and Stone Cold fell out of the ring. Now, was that planned? I don't know. But again, Big Show, I don't think he knows his own strength. Before we begin, Gary, before we begin, Rick, I know a lot of people, folks. Rick, before I begin, what are some of your favorite In Your House moments from the past?
I don't know. Well, I started watching wrestling after In Your House, so I've only really watched them on the network. And I've even got the game, if you remember the game on PS1.
Nice.
Obviously, St. Valentine's Day Massacre was good. And kind of the themed ones, the ones like Mind Games and The Way of the Dog and things like they were better, I thought. But probably the Stone Cold Mr. McMahon thing was probably the best out to the moments, I think.
Well, I mean, again, that's the beauty of the WWE Network. It allows us to celebrate the past and be reminded of it, too, because there's a lot of good stuff in sports entertainment past, folks. And In Your House brought some of the funnest, craziest moments I can remember, including that crazy power outage with Stone Cold and something. I apologize if I screwed up that name. Santiago, I think. Looks like a strap match, too. But that I digress. Anyway, NXT TakeOver In Your House. Bringing back that old school vibe, bring it back to the heydays of Attitude, and maybe we'll even get a unique set. We got a wild, hot, stacked 6-match card here. So let's go ahead and get started. And of course, I encourage all of you to join the discussion and join the NoDQGalaxy. The predictions form will be in the description down below. Let's go ahead and get started. As we always do, we usually go back and forth on matches and try and talk about one another. But I want to start with this match because I feel like this match is more so who's going to lead the women's division right now. Is NXT in favor of the ones that are the rebels or the ones that try and encourage a positive environment? Because this NXT women's division is nothing but full of attitude. I love it. We officially got 6 women tag booked as of Wednesday after we had the new Candice LeRae taking out Mia Yim. It ended in double count out, but they still were beating the tar of each other to the point that Mia Yim went into the Titantron. And Candice LeRae got the best of her. But then who comes out to try and even things up? None other than Sachi Blackheart, a ghost of, LeRae's past. And then Tegan Knox gets involved, and of course, King Kai, y'all know it's Dakota Kai, and her new heavy, Raquel Gonzalez, they got involved. It's just melee galore. And next thing you know, they officially made this 6 women's tag official. It is Mia Yim, Tegan Knox, and Sachi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez. Honestly, I don't know who really needs the win here. It could go in either team's favor here. I can see the winning team going in with some momentum and probably a direction for themselves in the women's division, leading it their own way. With that being said, Rick, in my opinion, the NXT women's division is the best thing WWE has going for them right now. All the unique personalities, all the attitudes, everybody wants to be the best. But in your opinion, who do you see coming out the strongest out of this tag match, and who is your team to win?
First of all, before I get into the match, I think it's a great idea bringing back In Your House, and all of us know what's happening in the world, but they're alluding to it, and it's In Your House. So I think it's clever by WWE.
Wait a second.
Match really got thrown together on NXT. I was expecting LeRae, Yim one-on-one. Maybe that was what we're leading to. Maybe the next takeover. Maybe, I don't know. But I think the heels to win this one. Probably, really. I think definitely Gonzalez needs to win more out of these, and maybe she'll get the pinfall. I don't know.
That's interesting. Okay. Well, here's the thing, and shout out to Jeff Meacham, follow the Jeff Meacham Network, folks. Sachi Blackheart, she first came out on a tank a couple weeks ago and berated the entire women's division how they're going to run over it with a tank. Next thing you know, she's facing Raquel Gonzalez, and literally, Dakota Kai is in her corner. She tries to get into her tank, who comes on, tries to be the difference maker, Tegan Knox. By the way, that was a hell of a sell by Dakota Kai getting bumped out of that tank falling on her rear end. That was brilliant. And next thing you know, Candice LeRae, she comes out, she shares some pleasantries with Tegan Knox, and in the end, Sachi Blackheart, she loses that match. I feel like right now it really is more heel dominated in the women's division. And thinking about the direction of this card, I kind of feel like you got to give some momentum to the ones that are trying to go against the most rebellious, attitude-driven women on this division and kind of really are the underdogs here. So in my opinion, keeping it simple, I'm actually going with Mia Yim, Tegan Knox, and Sachi Blackheart. The fact that we got Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae on Wednesday and the fact there was no winner, it's got to go somehow in the face's favor. And I honestly see a bigger picture right now of Tegan Knox and Candice LeRae being set up prior to the next takeover, if not the next takeover, because these two are like best friends on screen. They even have their own cooking thing. And right now they're complete opposites, and Tegan Knox doesn't understand what happened to her friend. That's 2 friends now Tegan Knox has lost, by the way. But hey, she's got Sachi Blackheart. With that being said, a majority of the NoDQGalaxy that have participated so far in predictions, shout out to the 15 of you so far, included but not limited to Alistair Kiefer, Charlene, Jamie Roberts, John Shelster, Lex, my good friend Meg Theory, she's all day, my good friend Paul Me, Con Andrew, it goes on and on. It looks like a majority is going with you on the heel side, though I wonder if they're just saying that because they like the new LeRae. Personally, I do too. But we'll have to see what happens. With that being said, it would not surprise me if this was our opener because when you think about it, takeovers are usually a 5-match card, and each match tells its own compelling story and has huge stakes, title or non-title. And clearly that's the case here with these 5 matches. With that being said, Rick, which match out of the main 5 would you like to talk about next?
First of all, we've expected that to be on the pre-show, but there you go. So I'm going to go to a non-title match, a match I think will be good. Tomaso Ciampa going 1-on-1 against not Killer Cross, Karrion Cross. I think this could be good. Maybe not match of the night, but definitely good. And I think Cross has got to get the win here. Ciampa really doesn't need it. And Ciampa being kind of one of the greatest NXT champions ever, I think he'll put him over.
Yeah, and I have to agree, especially considering Tomaso Ciampa, he's done everything he could in NXT. He loves NXT. He said personally he does not want to go to the other rosters. He wants to finish out his career in NXT. We have no idea how much longer the man has in the ring. And to think he came back from a debilitating neck injury just to continue what he loves to do in the ring. Now that the saga of Gargano and Ciampa is finally over, and we have the Johnny Gargano way going, Tomaso Ciampa's future is now being defined by a newcomer in Karrion Kross. I am so annoyed by that name, by the way. Just call him Killer. Killer Kross is so good. And I remember Killer Kross being this dark priest in Impact Wrestling when he was taking on Eddie Edwards. If y'all did not see that match at Summerversary, go back and watch it. With that being said, this newly packaged Karrion Kross with Scarlett and the fact that he has this built entrance for him with a Code Orange custom, everything about this guy screams top-tier player. He's very violent. He has a very unique delivery with his promo, and he's a character you can invest yourself in. Tomaso Ciampa the exact same way. So honestly, I have to go with, by somehow, some way, Karrion Kross has to win this. And it would not surprise me if Scarlett Bordeaux was the wildfeather here, because she has yet to get involved in anything. But she's been always in his corner, not to mention watching Ciampa's matches. I got to go with Karrion Kross. I agree with you. And believe it or not, yes, a huge majority, 95%.
Just so WWE can own it, and also what's happening in the world. I suppose they don't want to really call him Killer Kross, do they? As well. I think
that might be a good point considering
everything. So they can own him, they can own the gimmick, but
yeah, but still. Yeah, and 95% agree with us that Karrion Kross is going to get a win, but it looks like one brave soul still believes the Blackheart deserves the win. Now, whether or not a wild factor in this match caused that to happen, maybe Karrion Kross goes so brutally hard on Tomaso Ciampa, it's DQ. I would not like to see that. Bottom line, this is going to be, personally, the match I'm looking forward to the most. It might be my match of the night. And I feel like this is not the only match that these two might have. With the way that these two can deliver a story and what they bring to the ring, it would not surprise me if this could lead to NXT's first ever 3 Stages of Hell. Just saying. Think about that. Okay. Great match to pick. With that being said, let's switch things up. I'm going to actually pick a title match here. And I feel like this title is still trying to find the person to put it over. NXT North American Championship, currently being held by the limitless one in Keith Lee, now being challenged by Johnny Gargano. We all know how this was brought on, as it seems the limitless couple is at ends right now with the Garganos, as we've seen in even that crazy mixed tag. Out of nowhere, surprise roll-up, Gargano's momentum was in their favor. LeRae pinned Mia Yim, and Gargano got the last word over Keith Lee, holding the title, placed it at the logo. In my opinion right now, Keith Lee, he's pretty much beat everybody he could right now for this title. Honestly, I thought he had his best match with Dijakovic back at Portland. Then they had the triple threat, and he still won that as well. Even Damian Priest tried to, get rid of his ability to speak, and the man is an incredible speaker. Still lost. And here we are still with him as North American champion. If he beats Gargano, what's really next for this guy? I see bigger and better things for this guy, and clearly with Gargano's new open invitational, he could use this title to further infuriate NXT. Not to mention, be like, I'm the best North American champion. You think you can beat me? I welcome the challenge. You don't got no chance in hell. With that being said, with this new heel persona and the fact his last reign was literally 1 day, and it would be history, first 2-time NXT North American champion, I am going with the majority of NoDQGalaxy here and saying Johnny Gargano. Rick, agree or disagree?
I like both guys, but I think Keith Lee's been champion for way too long. But will Gargano be the guy I give it to? No. But this is a match that's made, and so Johnny heel turn to take the win. And I think he might go on to the NXT title depending who wins the main event, but we'll get to that.
Okay, so you're saying Keith Lee retains?
Oh no, sorry, Gargano to take the win.
Oh, okay, Gargano gets the win. Okay, so we're at the majority. 57% said Johnny Gargano, 12 people. Looks like 9 people said Keith Lee. So we'll see, folks. Again, this match, it could go either way, but I still think we're gonna have, well, maybe with this tab, maybe you won't have Wild Factor. Maybe it'll be pure one-on-one. We'll have to wait and see. All right, with that being said, we got 3 matches left, and they're big ones. Well, I think a couple are big, but honestly, one of these is probably, just filler because I don't understand it. Rick, what do you want to talk about next?
Keep with the title theme. Triple threat match, NXT Women's title, the Queen, woo! Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and Japan's own Io Shirai. Charlotte hasn't been brought the ratings in that WWE expected, so I really can't see her winning. Rhea has only just come back, so I think Shirai's taking this, and then Rhea will chase the title. Because why else is Shirai in that match? She's had a killer year last year, and she's killing it this year. So yeah, Shirai's going over.
Okay, so Io Shirai, in your opinion, finally becomes NXT Women's Champion. Well, let's think about this. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley had probably one of the top 2 best actual matches, not cinematics, matches at WrestleMania. And I think one of the longest, too. And Charlotte Flair won. Dang it. Now, people keep figuring that it might have been something to do with Rhea's visa issue or the fact they think Charlotte Flair on NXT, holding the NXT title, would build ratings. That's business logic. I don't know if I agree with that. And here we are now with Io Shirai taking on Charlotte Flair one-on-one. And Charlotte, being a Flair, dirtiest player in the game, she couldn't handle it. She basically went out like she did on Ronda, caused the match to be thrown out. And now she tries to take out Io Shirai. Rhea Ripley comes back. But again, the attitude of this women's division, it's not, thank you for saving me, what are you doing? I could have handled myself. Io and Rhea, they've been going at each other's throats. They were having a one-on-one for #1 contendership. And Flair's like, no, I don't want to face neither one of these women. Neither wins. I don't get to face any of them. I'm banning them both. So Rigo makes it a triple threat. And shout out, by the way, to the production team on Prime Target for building this match, showing what all 3 of these women are figured about this match and doing to prepare for it. My goodness. With that being said, I was torn between 2 because I feel like it is time for a change. Do you give Rhea Ripley her true WrestleMania moment now, even though it's after WrestleMania, or do you finally put the title on Io Shirai? Considering at one point, she was probably thinking about leaving. There was reports that she wants to go back home to her husband and reports that Stardom wants her back. And then I look at the direction of the women's division now with this new Lorraine, with Rhea. Is she actually going to be moved out to the other rosters now? Because we see how much Rhea's putting behind her and how much Rhea has put into herself. She even says herself, I'm just trying to be better every day. I think we all can definitely try and do that. With that being said, it is very split here, but a majority in the NoDQGalaxy believe that Charlotte Flair is going to win, 50%. 23% believe that Rhea is going to win, a handful of people, 5 people, and same, 5 people believe Io is going to win. And I believe that the Josie Judas finally deserves to lead this division. I am going with Io Shirai, becomes the NXT Women's Champion. As far as how she does it, a triple threat, a champion does not have to be involved in the decision to lose the title. So clearly they did that to protect Charlotte Flair. Because the last time she had a fall, ironically, was against Bayley, which kind of gives me the idea of what her future might be, unfortunately. With that being said, I feel like Io Shirai is going to pull out the win by some way, somehow, hook by crook, play Flair's game against her, and pin Flair roll-up style for the win, considering how Flair beat Rhea and Io in a tag match recently, feet on the ropes. Would not surprise me if that spot comes into play here, but the ref actually catches it. Storytelling, folks. But yeah, Io Shirai, please, finally become champion. That's my pick, too. All right, we got 2 matches left, so I think we'll save the best for last. So let's go ahead and talk about Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. This match was simply brought on due to a mystery assailant angle, as Damian Priest tries to live forever now at the expense of the Prince, who I might add is going stronger than ever in NXT, coming off his win at NXTTakeover Portland against Johnny Gargano. And it seems he's been heavily involved in the NXT UK brand. By the way, shout out to you and everybody over there on the other side of the pond. I hope that wrestling and life returns normal for you again soon. With that being said, I sense that it has to be setting up for Finn Balor versus Walter. It was teased, but we already know who Walter's next challenger is going to be. So I don't see Imperium getting involved here. What does Damian Priest have to gain if he actually wins this match? He's gone multiple times at the North American Championship, and there's no real momentum behind him to make him feel like a real challenger to the NXT Championship. While that's probably one of the strongest titles in WWE today, thankfully. With that being said, you come at the Prince, you best not miss. He's going to miss. I'm going with Finn Balor for the win here. You don't bet against the Prince. With that being said, Rick, you're bossing this match and your pick.
Obviously, Balor's going for the NXT UK title, what they want to call it now, but obviously what's going on in the world, he can't. And I don't really think a loss would really derail him, it won't affect him. And I think Priest does need that big win. So I think, yeah, Priest to get the win here, that's really all I can say on that one.
Okay, I think that's fair enough. Honestly, I feel like Priest could be the next Baron Corbin because he can go to Raw at this point. Because literally we were comparing him on the Team NoDQ predictions, like, what's the difference between him and King Corbin? Well, he doesn't have a crown, but he does have a weapon. And he's a tall guy, and who knows, Vince might look at him as a ladies' man for whatever reason. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. The NoDQGalaxy is a little bit partisan too. 6 people believe Damian Priest might win, and Finn Balor, 15 people believe he might win. So I'm in the majority, you're in the minority, but this match, it has to have something going for it because I feel like right now it has the least going into it. So maybe we will get some sort of big surprise angle. But with Imperium having Brazongo breathing down their necks, and Walter, I'm sure still in the UK, I just don't see something big happening here. So I'm just going with what I feel is the obvious. Now, can the same be said for our main event? I don't know. But before I say anything, it's your turn to open up here. And I'm sure you got a lot on your mind about this. NXT Championship. Who leaves with the gold? Adam Cole or finally the Velveteen Dream? Rick, your thoughts.
First two things. One is the last chance match, and I'm sure they said on NXT it's a backlot brawl match.
That is correct. Backlot brawl.
It'll be very interesting. You're probably going to get a lengthy cinematic paper main event. I don't know because also all the controversy. I'm going to go into it. Everybody knows what it is with the Velveteen Dream. So do they put the title on him? I don't know. Would it be a last chance match? I think Dream's taking the win. Who else can beat Cole? Finn Balor's not turning face. Lee. He's going to lose one title and just go after another and win it. So I think, yeah, Velveteen Dream, your new NXT champion here.
Wow. Well, believe it or not, this is almost half and half in the NoDQGalaxy. So clearly you're not the only one as fickle. And to be fair, I was to a degree too. 10 people believe in Velveteen Dream. 11 people believe in Adam Cole. Baby. Let's think about this. Velveteen Dream, he's already faced Adam Cole for the title on NXT TV. Lost. Undisputed Era got involved, but some weird dude, Dexter Lumis, got involved too. Didn't matter. Cole retained. And now Adam Cole is the longest reigning NXT champion, celebrating 1 year as champion. Think about that. And everything Adam Cole has done and faced for this title. Okay? Man is NXT. Undisputed Era is NXT. We saw Prime Target, and honestly, Velveteen Dream has so much value and character going for him, despite past circumstances that might have happened. It does seem like it is time for him maybe to finally lead NXT as champion. But then I consider who could challenge him for the belt. I do think back to that confrontation that he and Finn Balor did have. So you might be onto something, because that might be the next direction. And beating Damian Priest might be the first step in finally building that match. Possibly NXT TakeOver August, whatever it's going to be, wherever it's going to be. But then I think about Adam Cole, and I think about the Undisputed Era, and I think about who could challenge Adam Cole next if he retains. And that's why I went with Keith Lee dropping the North American title and going after the top tier title, because Keith Lee is another one that could lead NXT. He's got all the skills in the world and all the mic skills in the world too. There's been rumors about Adam Cole if he's going to renew his contract or go to AEW, because Britt Baker wants him in AEW. There's also been speculation that Adam Cole, or even all of Undisputed Era, might be called up to the other rosters. And honestly, Monday Night Raw could use all that talent they can get. And thinking about the fact that it was at a summer takeover, Adam Cole did make his debut at the expense of one Drew McIntyre, that'd be an interesting fall program to set up for. There's a lot of moving parts here to consider, and the fact of backlot brawl, anything can happen. I don't think this is going to be as simple as Eddie Guerrero versus freaking John Cena. I'll tell you that right now. And let's not forget what Dexter Lumis said through his art. No words. Wow, I didn't know he could draw like that. Him and the Undisputed Era? Does he want Adam Cole's spot? Or does he want the Undisputed Era? Is that his next target? And are we saying for something with that? Because maybe if Adam Cole loses here, because his boys be losing faith in him. Wouldn't it be the first time Undisputed Era has been at each other's throats? That's why they're so close. I rambled on enough, though, and I thought about this match enough. And again, we keep it short, sweet, and simple here, as it's simply predicting. But I'm actually going to go bold here against you, my brother. Good luck to you. And say that Adam Cole retains, baby. And as far as Velveteen Dream, maybe it'll be a huge character more for him. He's always been just this single-sided unique Prince-type character. Maybe it'd be a major change for him because now that he can't challenge for the title as long as Adam Cole is retaining, what direction is next for the Velveteen Dream? Back out to the North American Championship? I don't know. But something in me just feels like Adam Cole has one more big title match left. That's why I'm saying he retains. With that being said, good luck to you. Good luck, NoDQGalaxy. If you haven't filled it out yet, the form will be in the description down below. In my opinion, this might be one of the best takeovers to date. It's definitely going to be the most organic feeling takeover since these quarantine times. So I do hope you all enjoy and watch it, support the Black and Gold, and support each other. Now, before we close this evening, we would like to open up with a simple stance that Rick proposed. In the world of wrestling, changed forever now for these quarantine times, where some aren't wrestling, some are wrestling empty arenas, and independent wrestlers are being hit the most. But companies like AEW are giving independent wrestlers that platform, that chance at payday. Rick, you had something on your mind regarding the independent wrestling scene. What would you like to discuss about it today?
Few thoughts, really. We all know what's happening in the world. It is awful. It is horrible. We're at 40,000 people. That's just devastating. But anyway, the numbers speak for themselves. So what I'm trying to say is, apparently, social distancing will happen to the end of the year here. Some are saying September, some are saying October, but I really can't see it. I think the only companies, if you know them, Progress, ICW, Future Shock, they work with WWE, so I think they will survive. The other ones, not so much. I have covered this on my own channel, and I get that it's harsh to understand that indie wrestling could be done, but it might be. And what's the alternative? WWE ain't coming over here. AEW, no. Impact, no. Ring of Honor, no. New Japan, no. So this could be it for us, for the wrestling world, but that's my opinion anyway. And also, I think people aren't considering that, unfortunately, this virus has been around for a while, and a vaccine doesn't get rid of it. And how long is it going to take to vaccine in a lot of it, the rest of England? A lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions on it, but right. I just thought I'd chat about it. So what's your thoughts? What's happening over there, and what do you think is happening in the rest of the world?
Well, I feel like the world's still being affected equally because, again, the world is not the same as it was before this happened. But as far as what's going on here when it comes to the independent wrestling scene, it's part of independent wrestling, folks. That's at the heart of all of this. I still feel like there's a way that independent wrestlers can still maintain support for themselves by the fans. Many independent wrestlers, for example, they started their own YouTube channels, Twitch channels, or their own way to communicate and connect with their fans, bring their own personality entertainment on platforms. In NWA, for example, many of the wrestlers have started their own talk show, and Billy Corgan, president of the NWA, he's built this platform called Connieland that shows more character side versus wrestling side of all the wrestlers under the NWA. I personally follow Camille's YouTube channel. She shows her unique talents, taking on these unique crafts. Eli Drake, yeah, the man's got his own podcast. I'm surprised he didn't have one now. Nick Aldis has been talking with his other fellow NWA wrestlers, talking about their other careers. Ring of Honor, for example, have started their own trivia show, their own little Zoom session to connect with the fans, and their own podcast called ROH Strong. The bottom line is this, and I could go on and on. You might not be able to connect with people in the ring, but independent wrestlers, independent wrestlers can still connect with people through social media, and that's the good that social media can bring. I've seen Pro Wrestling E, for example, show live stream marathons of some of their greatest matches, and the wrestlers themselves communicating and interacting with the fans that are watching on. So I feel like independent wrestling might be stalled, but it certainly is not in a bad place, even though they might not be getting paid as much. And I feel like it'll be okay. I feel like the same thing applies to, for example, people like Ospreay or companies like WebPro, Progress, ICW, OTT, WXW. I could go on and on. You realize how much wrestling I watch support, folks. With that being said, independent wrestling, it is under difficult times right now, but there are other avenues that they are trying to stay connected with us. NXT UK, for example, I listen to Andy Shepherd on Instagram. He has these great interviews with everybody. I find his interviews with Noam Dar and Isla Dawn one of my personal favorites. That was very touching and telling. And I can't wait personally for NXT UK to get back up too, because I'm ready for Eli Dragunov versus Walter. I'm going to say that right now. So yeah, the independent scene, it is hurting right now. I'm not going to deny that. But again, I feel like it will be better than ever because the fact that independent wrestlers are showing more of themselves through these other means, through these platforms, connecting with more people than ever because we're home now. So all you have really is at your disposal. I feel like it's going even better than ever because people will now be able to connect more with the wrestlers because they know them for who they are versus just what they might do in the ring from a YouTube stream. Like, who's this random guy that can pull a 630 from the middle rope? Oh, that's King Ricochet. Or who's this random person that Wrestle Talk gave this scholarship to that took David Starr for 20 minutes? And David Starr is Mr. Independent, by the way. Cal Newman. Okay, I should respect that more. So I feel like independent wrestling is going to be okay. And again, to close out, folks, we care about wrestling. It's as simple as that. We also care about the world, and we support the idea of being positive, support each other. That's why I'm going with support NoDQ, support one another on copyright. With that being said, support independent wrestling, support one another, bring a positive environment, and be careful what you say on social media. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Because again, it's important to be cautious and considerate of one another. And I write better than I speak. So if I'm rambling, sorry. But the bottom line, I hope the message comes across. Support independent wrestling. Support one another. Rick, with that being said, this has been a wonderful chat with you, sir. I am very proud of what you did in the beginning, and I wish you the best of luck with NXT TakeOver. Let's definitely do this again sometime. I know you have a YouTube channel, and I'm sure there's other stuff in your mind. So, as we close, is there anything else you want to say and anything you want to promote?
Couple of things. I agree with you with NXT UK. It's all right at the moment, but I can't wait for those live matches to come back. Just to touch on world of indie wrestling, I think if the social distancing, especially here, does continue at the end of the year, for some companies this could be it. They can't social distance to the wrestling event. Right. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Ricky J. Pate, on Twitter, Rick the Rock 30, and like and subscribe.
Yeah, simple as that. And again, for all we know, maybe just independent companies can do like a support stream, like Wrestle Talk did with that Wrestle Talk showcase with no people and all the proceeds with independent wrestling. Honestly, I hope more companies might pursue that avenue because I certainly will watch, support, and share because I believe in independent wrestling, like my good friend Cindy Darling. Support her, folks. C_Cindy. Okay. With that being said, Rick, thank you. Good luck. Please take care and be safe. God bless you and your family. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know more about me, though? Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. NoDQ.com/no is my Twitter. AdamFoster1916 is my Instagram. You're on my Simple YouTube channel here at youtube.com/YouTube/NoFoster210. Support NoDQ. Support one another. Buy a shirt if you wish. Support my friends. Support your favorite wrestlers, pro wrestling tees. Support my good friend. He's dealing with tough times too. Greg Cherry Brand. Support the Jeff Meacham Network. I can go on and on about everybody else. Shout again to everybody that's been so far part of the NoDQGalaxy because your opinions matter and so do you as a person. And with that being said, good luck to, let me see if I can get some names going on here because, again, they matter. Like I said, I was the key for Charlene, Jamie Roberts, John Schuster, Lex, Mex Theory, Colin, Paul Mead, the analyst Michael Wayne, who's still leading, by the way. My good friend Holly, Christopher Mace, Mike D, Josh Michael, Josh Mania. Support him, folks. He'll be doing a video tomorrow. Jamie Roberts, Jeffrey Calvick, The Journey, and I believe that's it so far. So if you are not part of NoDQGalaxy yet, why not be a part of a positive community that supports everybody and, of course, respects everyone's opinions on wrestling? With that being said, please join us to take over in your house, join the Galaxy, support one another, support each other. As always, I'd like to close. Support your wrestling outlets, big and small. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, and respectful wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that being said, we are done here. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Spread a message of goodwill. We need more positivity in the world. Don't be a part of the madness. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. And be cautious what you do and say and type on social media. For my good friend here, Ricky J. Pete, I'm the simple man of NoDQ, Noah Foster. And until next time, take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. And enjoy wrestling. And have a wonderful night. Rick, again. Mad respect to you. All right, there we go. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please consider joining the fun in the NoDQGalaxy Predictions League. Link in the description down below to the forum. And remember, support NoDQ. Support one another. Let's encourage the idea and stop cyberbullying. And above all else, be positive and be safe. And enjoy wrestling. Simple as that.